It may digress a bit from your question, but I remember being about 12 years old and asking my father why he was interested in politics, and his answer was, I'm not really interested in elections and campaigning. I'm interested in what you can use it to do. And I said, well, what can you use it to do? And he says, you can use it to get roads paved and electricity in rural areas. These are dated concepts now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You can use it to help people get jobs, and you can use it to make sure they got a decent school to send their kids to and a different hospital to go to when they get sick. And I said to him, well, that ought to be easy. That's something everybody wants. And he looked at me and he said, everybody wants it, but too many people don't care whether other people have it too. And I think that that pretty much sums it up. If we're committed to opportunity and progress across the board, is something we can have. As long as it's something where we want a clear path to it for ourselves, but don't much care what happens to anybody else, it's going to be hard to get there. I know that addresses a deep question about human nature, but I think there's also broad religious traditions in the state that suggest that there should be no least and last that are left behind, and I hope we could tap into that sentiment in the non-religious world and develop a commitment to preparing the entire society to endure the inevitable economic turmoil and change that is going to happen. Rice was successful for a very long time. Cotton was something people could live off of for a very long time, but it was only really successful for 20 or 30 years. What if we had been the center of laptop computer manufacturing in the 1990s? Well, it's only 2012 now, and already that's not the cutting edge of the business.
Right.
You've got to be prepared to make transitions. And so therefore I think committing to human capital is the only option. Other portions of the country have done a better job than we have, and they're profiting more from it. The fact that we did not have high levels of human capital left us more vulnerable to global competition that we've lost a lot of jobs to. It's one thing to complain about those jobs, and maybe things happened in the loss of those jobs that wasn't always fair. But it's also just absolutely true that those kind of things are going to happen, and you have to put yourself in a position that you can adapt. I would say adaptability is a key to the state's future. Envision South Carolina, world-class, globally connected.